Nous sommes venus glorifiant divin pour former ses crucifiés.
On January 12, 2010, a catastrophic 7.0 earthquake devastated Haiti, killing 300,000 and rendering 1.5 million homeless, with an estimated $8 billion in damage.
The epicenter of the earthquake was a few miles from Port-au-Prince, a city of 2.1 million people.
Another devastating event for a country with a long history of hardship and mistreatment.
Haiti is a country which has an average life expectancy of about 62 years.
Haiti's overall literacy rate is 53%. As well, their unemployment rate is 40.6%.
The GDP is 204th in the world, just behind Rwanda and just ahead of Uganda. It's by far the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere.
In 2010, our Rotary Club was issued a challenge, and we met that challenge by raising over $13,000 from our own members to dedicate to a project that we found worthwhile in Haiti as part of the Earthquake Relief Initiative.
Our club wanted to make sure that the money got to the people that really needed it, not the middlemen, not the government of Haiti, but to the people that really needed it. So we wanted to make sure that the supplies that we would purchase ended up getting to the people of Haiti rather than sitting on the dock or in a warehouse somewhere in Port-au-Prince.
Our search led us to an organization in Aurelia, the Zawadzki Family Foundation.
Since 2010, Ryan Zawadzki had been volunteering his time and dedicating his own family's financial resources to an organization operating just outside of Port-au-Prince. This organization is known as SOPADEP.
So SOPADEP is a grassroots charitable organization that provides accessible education to children and adults and supports women's rights and economic empowerment for the poorest members of the community.
SOPADEP also provides a hot meal program for the children attending the school and has a community outreach component to its operation, including microcredit lending programs for women to start up businesses in the community and to repay their loans. There's also a literacy program for these women.
See, in January 2012, Ryan Zawadzki was presented a check from our club to be used for the SOPADEP initiative, as well as outreach programs in Haiti and the microcredit lending program.
Throughout most of my life, one of the scripts I've had running through my head is, well, somebody else can do that better than I can, so why bother? But one of the greatest gifts I've learned from Rotary is that one person joined with others can make a considerable difference in this world. It's sort of like an expression my father used to use, many hands make light work. So, I saw an opportunity to continue our working relationship with Ryan Zawadzki and his not-for-profit foundation in order to do some good in Haiti. I was pretty sure that by establishing a working relationship with the Zawadzki people, that we'd be able to establish a relationship of trust with the Haitian grassroots community with which they were involved. We hoped that the Zawadzkis could be our club's eyes and ears on the ground in Haiti to make sure that the funds we might send or materials we might arrange to purchase and have delivered to the community organizations in Haiti would actually get to where they were intended. So 3 members of our club went to Haiti with Ryan Zawadzki in November 2012 to do 3 things.
So we could actually see where our donation went from earlier this year.
To establish a trusted working relationship with the Zawadzki Foundation and SOPADEP in Haiti.
Lastly, to look for future opportunities in Haiti that would be focused at the grassroots and to be of a long-term and sustainable nature for our club, other clubs in our district, and other friends of Rotary who might become involved with us. Carol Ford and Chris Garapi from our club joined me, together with Ryan Zawadzki and his father, Gary Zawadzki, and traveled to Haiti from November 3rd to 8th, 2012.
We were met by the founder of SOPADEP, Ria Dahl. Ria is an inspirational community leader. She's been volunteering her time and energies to making a better community in Pétionville, Haiti, since the mid-1990s.
If people have money, have more money. People poor, stay more poor. This is why people living on the ground, the basic population, the grassroots, supposed to take this destiny of the country. Otherwise, and the next generation will be more, the things will be more difficult. This is, we need to work with the children to teach them.
Most of our time was spent in Pétionville, which is 30 minutes from downtown Port-au-Prince.
From the moment we got off the plane, we knew we were going to have an experience like none other than any of us had ever had before.
People were trying to carry on their lives on the top of collapsed buildings. Garbage looked like it had never been collected. There was water rushing. I don't know whether it was river or collapsed sewers or collapsed water mains. There was no organization. It was chaos.
So arriving at Port-au-Prince, I really didn't know what to expect. But quickly your eyes were opened. It was a real shock to not only my system, but anybody's system. You expect poverty, but to this degree, it's mind-boggling. As we traveled initially through the streets by a van, the streets were of the poorest shape possible. People were just trying to make a living selling whatever they could to bring home some money for their families, a very meager amount of money. And it was just shocking what we saw.
The stimulation overload was quickly apparent. The cacophony of sounds, the variety of different sights, even the smells of the things on the street was overwhelming. We quickly learned that there were no such things as a public transportation system in Haiti. The police force was essentially ineffectual and not well respected. The electricity system often went out. There really wasn't much in the way of a public water system or sanitary system either. It really was a state of chaos, and this is almost 3 years now since the earthquake devastated the city.
And then we went to one of the refugee camps. They're living in this camp with no running water, no sewage, no electricity. They're living in shanties that they have built from garbage. We actually saw one that had been blown over by Hurricane Sandy. It was still standing because it was propped up by the shanty next door. There was a water tank, but the water wasn't potable. It was incomprehensible to me that people are living in these conditions.
During the time we were there, particularly in the evenings after sunset, I found it very eerie as we traveled through the streets back to our home. With this sporadic electricity, you would see the light bulb in the distance. There was obviously no street lights in any of this major city. But just traveling through, the people are out in the evenings. In many cases, they have nowhere to go, so they just continue to wander the streets during the evening, but very, very eerie as you drive through.
Once the immediate culture shock had worn off, we had several opportunities to see how children and families survive in Haiti. Not only how they have survived the earthquake, but how they survive on a day-to-day basis.
One of the common threads that we heard from a number of people in Haiti when we were there is how little of the money that is donated to Haiti actually gets to the grassroots people who need it.
SOPADEP is kind of hard to describe. It's a grassroots community organization offering free education to children, some vocational training to children who don't attend school regularly. It also provides a lunch program to the school students, and also there's a microcredit lending program for women in the community, as well as a literacy program for those women who are part of the microcredit initiative.
I guess you could say that the overarching theme of SOPADEP is self-empowerment through education in its widest sense. In Haiti, education has never been a right. It has been a privilege for those who can't afford it. A figure I heard is that only about 40% of children get any kind of formal education in Haiti.
The SOPADEP school has a short history back to 2002 with 150 students. The roots of this school go back to the Duvalier era, was an abandoned mansion left behind. Ria Dole was able to arrange a 10-year lease with the town of Pétionville and its mayor. At the time of the earthquake, almost 3 years ago, there were 500 students. After the earthquake, unfortunately, it was down to 300 students. Many had to dedicate their energy to their families' survival in Port-au-Prince. Today, there are over 700 students at this small, cramped school in Pétionville. There's a morning shift of students that starts at 7 a.m. and goes till noon, and an afternoon shift of students that are primarily homeless and orphans.
Despite the unbelievably crowded conditions in this school and the almost total lack of any resources, they were very proud to tell us that of the 58 students that wrote the state exam last year, 56 passed. To me, an amazing accomplishment. Ria Dole also operates an afternoon program for the street kids. She looks for opportunities to give them some kind of skills so that they can earn a living. She's started a program to teach them how to make inverters. I think it has something to do with solar panels. And they very proudly demonstrated to us, even the girls in the program, that they understood how these things worked and they could build them and take them apart. Ria also has a cooking program to teach the women how to cook. In the kitchen, after the lunch program is over, these women learn how to cook. They basically have a concrete counter, some bowls, and some propane burners, and they managed to make us a meal. And it was very tasty.
As part of the success of the Sopidep school, they've been able to support a small second school also in Port-au-Prince. It's called Les Petites Amies de Sopidep. This smaller school has about 120 students from kindergarten to grade 6. There are 4 teachers and 1 administrator. The operating budget for the school is about $600 per month. This keeps the school going. It includes the teacher's salaries, the administrator's salaries, which total about $400 a month. So about $100 each month goes to each teacher. So these teachers are making about $5 a day. We also learned that not only do the pupils walk to and from school, but the teachers also walk, and it can take them up to 90 minutes to get to school for an 8 a.m. start.
One of the integral parts of Sopidep is the microcredit lending program. Each woman that takes a loan, the loan is about $64, and she starts her own business. Most of them buy and resell things, anything that they think they can sell on the street. To date, 158 women have participated in the program, and some are on their 3rd loan. Ria eventually hopes to increase the amount of the initial loan from $64 to $100 because the cost of living in Haiti has increased so dramatically. The program also provides some literacy training for the women, the theory being that the mothers will recognize the importance of reading and arithmetic and encourage their children to go to school and stay in school.
So some of the ideas for the microcredit programs that have come forward are foot-powered sewing machines and skilled training so that the ladies can sew uniforms for the school or different schools or for just basic clothing. Another idea is that peanuts can grow in Haiti, but right now peanut butter is imported. Also, there was suggestion to process coffee, the creation of Haitian artwork, jewelry to be sold back throughout North America. While we were there, the women gave heartbreaking witness to what the program has meant to them. It has provided a strong sense of self-worth, solidarity with the other women in the program, has provided a more consistent source of income, however small, and has given them a networking opportunity and some sense of security with other women in the community. The women spoke of Ria Dole's assistance and support in getting the program running and maintaining it.
In one of the refugee earthquake camps that we were taken to, we were told that there were 6,000 temporary shelters in the camp, each housing between 4 to 8 people. They estimate that the camp holds about 32,000 residents, and this has been a temporary condition since 2010. We met with community leaders in this camp. They have plans for the future, ambitious plans that include a school, housing, vocational training, some infrastructure and sanitation mechanisms. One thing we did learn from speaking with these community leaders, they haven't seen much benefit from the non-governmental organizations to which many Canadians, North Americans, have donated in the previous years. It was clear to us that these community leaders in the camp were not looking for a handout, but for a hand up. They have a plan, they simply need some support in implementing it. The community leaders that we spoke to, Riadol and others, made it clear that they wish to establish their initiatives at the grassroots level in order to create long-term, sustainable projects.
The existing Sopodep school is bursting at the seams. RIA has a vision for a new school, and it is underway. RIA has secured donations of land and some materials to this point. We see a donation of a small concrete block manufacturing machine and concrete mixer as an ideal solution for Sopodep. What it'll do will allow them to manufacture their own concrete blocks on site. They'll employ 6 or 8 families, give them meaning and support and food and shelter and everything they need. As well, the school will benefit from reduced costs, so saving its extra costs building the school. And when the school's built, they can continue running this business and offering concrete blocks for sale throughout the community.
One of the purposes of our visit to Haiti was to find out what the Haitians themselves wanted. We have learned through experience it doesn't work when we sit here in Canada and come up with all these bright ideas. They don't work if we impose them on people who don't want them. So we had many discussions while we were there with RIA and others that we met in the camps about what they saw as viable opportunities for them to start small businesses.
We were very impressed with how Riadol has established connections with other community and social organizations, as well as small businesses and food producers in the Port-au-Prince area.
RIA took us to meet with a group of farmers in the Jacmel area who want to improve their crop production and distribution network. RIA saw this as an opportunity to consider a food cooperative, obtaining resources to teach better farming techniques and then arrange for a centralized distribution system so that the produce can get to the city more efficiently and be distributed to the camps and those in need more quickly.
We saw firsthand for ourselves and heard testimonials how RIA has provided inspiration and support to initiatives that others have started in the community, such as a cooking program that allows local women to run at Sopodep schools on Sundays to provide some cooking lessons for young women in the community, reaching out to other school programs to lend a hand, allowing teachers' programs to be run at a Sopodep school on Sunday afternoons. The Sopodep building is more than just a school. It is a Haitian makeshift community center. We see this as a multi-year project for sustainability for Sopodep. This is a project that Riadol has developed since 1990.
Once the school is complete, Sopodep can continue to manufacture and sell blocks to generate income, to feed their other initiatives, the microcredit startup program, the street outreach program for children, vocational training, and the continuing education program for teachers at Sopodep can all be nourished through this initiative that we're asking you to consider. We hope that you will consider taking this opportunity to assist us in helping Haitians with a hand up. This won't be a handout. We hope to empower them through literacy for children and women in the Port-au-Prince area and assisting them in providing vocational opportunities for those who need them most.
I feel very fortunate to have had this opportunity to visit Haiti. The expectations of what I would see there were quite low, but my eyes are wide open afterwards. We are very fortunate in this country of Canada, and to see the misfortune in Haiti is driving me further to help however I can.
For me, the opportunity to be involved in projects like this means that my life, in some small way, has mattered, that my time on this earth has made a difference for someone.
I see this as my opportunity to assist those in a third world country to achieve a better future for the children of today and the children of tomorrow.